Welcome to Cavalier, where your safety and the safety of those enjoying the products we produce are our top priority. In this video, we will cover important safety principles, personal hygiene practices, food safety, and health and safety rules and regulations, IT policies, HR policies, environmental rules, and animal welfare practices which must be adhered to at all times. Our mission is building a profitable, robust food business that not only sustains but thrives in the ever-evolving industry. Quality, every time, every day. Efficiency, doing more with less. Teamwork, stronger together. Integrity, doing the right thing even when no one is watching. For your safety and that of others, the speed limit on the site is 20 km per hour. Be aware of moving vehicles and stay vigilant in high traffic areas. No drugs, alcohol or firearms are allowed on our premises. Smoking is only permitted in the designated smoking areas provided outside. Tampering with or blocking emergency equipment, routes and doors is a criminal offence and can lead to criminal charges and ultimately dismissal. Always keep emergency exits and firefighting equipment clear of any objects, including products, and report any obstructions. Emergency equipment should only be used in the event of an emergency and for no other reason. During an emergency, stay calm, activate alarms, and inform the SHE representative or emergency coordinator and follow the company's emergency procedures. Emergency routes to the nearest exits are indicated by signage. Communication and directions will be given by a trained SHE rep or officer. If it is safe, contain the fire by closing all doors. If you are caught in a smoke-filled area, stay low while walking towards the nearest exit. In an emergency, do not go back for your personal belongings or stray from the emergency route. Inform the emergency coordinator if someone is missing or if you saw someone in trouble. Once outside, do not re-enter the building. Stay at the emergency assembly point until otherwise instructed. Regular emergency drills are practiced to familiarize all our staff with the correct procedures. Prevention is better than cure. If you hurt yourself, report it immediately to your first aider, who will assess the injury and advise on the next steps. Metal detectable plasters are available from a first aider for a minor cut. For major cuts, control the bleeding and move to the nearest first aid station. The area of injury should be demarcated until the cleaning team arrives. If someone has fallen and can't get up, do not move the person. Report the injury to your nearest first aider. Aligned to the requirements of the National Meat Safety Act, all food handlers must undergo annual medicals to ensure they are fit to work. Entry, exit, and annual medicals will be performed. If you are sick, a doctor's note is required. Site access is restricted to staff, invited visitors, and contractors. Visitors and contractors must complete a visitor's declaration before entering our facility or factories, and they must always be accompanied by a Cavalier employee. If you see someone who looks like they don't belong in your facility, mention it to your supervisor or manager. If you see something, say something. Don't hesitate to report any hazards or concerns. Remember, your safety is your responsibility. Good manufacturing practices, or GMPs for short, are what we do to prevent contamination of the food products we manufacture and to keep them safe to eat. Food safety hazards or risks are grouped as chemical risks, such as cleaning chemicals, physical risks, which include foreign objects like hair or sweet wrappers, allergen risks, such as dairy or gluten, and microbiological risks, including bacteria that love to grow on meat if they come into contact with it. The people who buy our products are no different from us. They don't want any surprises when opening our product in their home. They want to be confident that the people who prepared the food they're about to eat took great care in making it. This confidence is broken when someone finds a hair or sweet wrapper where it shouldn't be, or gets a product that is rotten before its use-by date. You are not allowed to bring food or drink or eat anything inside our factories or even into our change rooms, not even small sweets or chappies. Water fountains are provided in certain areas. You do not have to wait until you see flies buzzing around you to think of personal hygiene. There's nothing excessive about a daily wash, a change of clothes, brushing your teeth, and applying some fresh deodorant. It is important to wear clean clothing underneath your PPE. Long nails, nail polish, or fake nails are strictly prohibited because they can chip, flake, or fall off into the product. Nails should be short and clean. There should be nothing that can fall off or out. Nothing in your pockets. No sweets, no pens behind your ear, no lip ice, and no jewelry. No glass or hard plastics are allowed inside the facility. When unavoidable, it must be controlled and inspected. If you wear spectacles, these must be checked as part of pre-operation hygiene inspection. If your spectacles get damaged during your shift, or any glass or hard plastic breakage is found, immediately inform your supervisor and quality controller, your QC. Everything has a place. The place to store your personal items is in your locker. You might need to share a locker with a friendly co-worker. You must wear the appropriate PPE correctly when you are inside the factories. At a minimum, this includes a mop cap to cover your hair and a beard cover to cover your beard, a pair of gumboots, and a clean coat that covers all your personal clothing. Each factory has its own set of PPE requirements. Please ensure you understand the requirements of the factory you work in. Your hairnet, covering all hair and your ears. Beard cover, covering nose and beard. And your boots should be put on first, followed by washing your boots if applicable, and then your hands. Lastly, put on your PPE coat with clean, washed hands and sanitize them again before entering the facility. You must wash your hands with soap and water before working with our products. Wash your hands regularly during the production day. Wash your hands after eating, smoking, going to the bathroom, touching your face, or when changing between product types, or when the siren sounds, if applicable. Gloves should only be worn by dedicated persons working with specific products or processes requiring the use of gloves, or by those with a treated wound on their hands. Gloves are common microorganism harboring sites. Gloves should be treated like a hand, and gloves should be washed and sanitized regularly. Gloves are also controlled, meaning you need to sign when you get issued a glove, and you need to return the glove to avoid disciplinary action. Inform your QC and replace your glove when it gets damaged. It's difficult to manage good sanitization if things are left lying around. Your fellow employees don't enjoy cleaning up after you. Every person at Cavalier has the responsibility to keep their area and equipment clean, from your ablutions to your production area or office space. Never leave items like pens, papers, packaging, tools, or equipment parts on or above production equipment. Don't throw things on the floor. Trash goes into the bins provided. Production waste goes into waste crates. Phones are only allowed to be used by certain supervisors and are subject to glass control procedures, and they are filthy. Always wash your hands after working with any phone, tablet, walkie-talkie, clipboard, paper, or pen. Clean your non-food items that you work with, such as your clipboard or tablet, regularly, and store them neatly when not in use. Doors must be kept closed to ensure access controls are managed and to help keep the cold temperature inside and creatures outside. Doors may not be propped open. Everything should be stored away from the floor and walls. No lugs or crates may touch the floor directly, and a pallet or dolly should always be used as the buffer between the floor and any product or raw material. Never stand in or on equipment. Don't step on packaging material or boxes. Raw materials and products that fall on the floor are waste. they are no longer usable. Cleaning equipment, tools, and machine parts may also never be stored on the floor. These should be cleaned after use and returned to the designated storage areas. Hoses should never be left on the floor. They should be hung up after use, and their use is for cleaning only. During cleaning, water should not be used as a broom to remove debris, but only to rinse soap and sanitizer off after manual cleaning and scrubbing by hand. Cleaning equipment is separated by color for different areas, with segregation prescribed for food contact and non-food contact equipment in every factory. Familiarize yourself with the color coding in use at your factory. Cleaning chemicals must be controlled and stored away in lockable or access-controlled locations to keep them away from the product. Only trained individuals may work with cleaning chemicals, and records should be available for when diluted chemicals are issued to production staff or cleaners. Packaging is a raw material and should be handled like any other ingredient, stored correctly and kept clean, and not used for purposes other than packaging products. Another best practice is to leave maintenance to the maintenance team. Take care of your equipment and take pride in your facility. And when something needs some repair, it is important to communicate this to the maintenance or OT team and to log a job card. All maintenance repairs should only be done with allowed food-grade materials and parts. Using packaging or other temporary solutions such as plastics or duct tape is a dangerous temporary fix, and these are not allowed. Many of our factories use allergen-containing raw materials to make tasty products. Allergens can cause severe harm to people who are allergic to them. Allergen raw materials and WIP products need to be clearly labeled, stored in a dedicated area and handled separately. Color coding is used to easily identify which PPE and processing equipment, such as chopping boards and knives, should be used for allergen-containing products, and which should only be used during non-allergen production. Meat is particularly temperature sensitive. Microorganisms grow fast when the temperature increases, and the product will go off quickly. We mustn't abuse raw material shelf life, but use FIFO principles. This means first in, first out when issuing and using raw materials, and monitor our area and product temperatures regularly. Cleaning our processing equipment regularly also ensures that the product buildup does not cause friction, which increases in-process temperatures. Certain factories at Cavalier produce ready-to-eat products such as biltong or salami snacks. These ready-to-eat products are handled in our high-risk areas, which are separated from our low-risk areas by access-controlled doors or passages. Any equipment, packaging material, or persons needing to enter high-risk areas must follow the correct hygiene procedures. If uncertain, ask your area's quality controller. As with your safety, with food safety, prevention is better than cure. Follow our prerequisite programs to ensure the continual safety and quality of the food products we produce. Maintenance is vital to keep our operations running smoothly and safely, without disruptions. Inside our factories, we rely on a lot of machines and equipment to process our products. If these break down, it can impact production efficiency, customer satisfaction, and safety. In our facility, we often encounter maintenance challenges like equipment breakdowns, wear and tear, and cleanliness. The maintenance team performs routine inspections, conducts repairs, and responds to emergency maintenance needs when needed. But, keeping to our theme, we believe that prevention is so much better than cure. Preventative maintenance is key. It involves regular and scheduled checks and servicing to prevent breakdowns and ensure the safety of our operations. But every staff member and machine operator's role in reporting issues promptly is also very crucial. Repairing small defects on equipment before it completely breaks down saves time and company resources and can prevent incidences from happening due to faulty machines, safety switches, and structural and electrical faults. Pre- and post-operation checks should be performed with care and dedication to identify faults early. In most cases, damages are caused by negligence or error. Stay focused when operating, assembling, dismantling, or cleaning our equipment. Handle and store parts safely in dedicated places. Never throw or drop equipment or parts of equipment. Safety is paramount. When performing maintenance tasks, safety is our top priority. Follow safety protocols. Use personal protective equipment and maintain a clean and organized workspace. Post-maintenance inspection is required in production areas. Apart from our equipment, our facility structure, both inside and outside, must be maintained in a good, food-safe state. Communication is key. Inform your supervisor and maintenance technician of any concerns. Remember, you are a vital part of our team, and your dedication to equipment maintenance is essential to our success. Here at Cavalier, we're all about tech. We're seriously hooked on it, not just in our offices, but all the way through our factories. We have 4 IT departments, namely ERP, infrastructure, operations, technology, and security and compliance. At Cavalier, we use mainly online trace and batch technology systems, electronic scales, labeling equipment, metal detectors, and others, and aim to continually improve our automation process and data optimization technologies. Please take care of your electronic equipment. When our IT systems take a breather, the factories hit the pause button too. For IT support, please send an email to helpdesk@cavalier.co.za with a brief description of your issue. Please include screenshots if possible. Cybersecurity is crucial to safeguard our business. We engage in quarterly training sessions compulsory for all staff with Cavalier email addresses. Our Cavalier intranet is called Meeting Place. Here, you can find the most up-to-date policies, procedures, and other online resources per department. Please invest the necessary time to acquaint yourself with the various company policies. We believe in fostering a supportive, fair, ethical, and inclusive work environment at Cavalier, where we value diversity and inclusion. We follow the Ethical Trade Initiative-based code, founded on the following 9 principles. 1. Employment is freely chosen. 2. Freedom of association and the right to collective bargaining are respected. 3. Working conditions are safe and hygienic. 4. Child labour shall not be used. 5. Living wages are paid. 6. Working hours are not excessive. 7. No discrimination is practiced. 8. Regular employment is provided. 9. No harsh or inhumane treatment is allowed. We expect all our employees to follow the highest standards of fair and ethical behavior aligned to our company's code of conduct. Please ensure that you are familiar with our disciplinary code and other HR policies, like leave policy found on our Meeting Place intranet. Please report any violations to any of our company policies or procedures or any misconduct to your supervisor or HR representative. These will be handled with confidentiality. At Cavalier, we are committed to conducting business in an environmentally responsible way. We protect our natural resources and believe in biodiversity, land, water, plant, and animal conservation. We need your help with this journey. Energy is a national priority. We've reduced our energy consumption through efficient lighting, cooling and heating processes, installing energy-smart equipment, and, when possible, implementing renewable energy sources such as solar and batteries. Please assist us by switching off the lights when you leave a room, keeping our plant doors and loading bay doors closed to keep the cold air in, and switching off equipment when not in use. Water conservation is crucial. We're completely off the grid and supply our safe water for all our operations ourselves. We are passionate about reducing our usage and managing our wastewater to ensure that no drop goes to unnecessary waste. Immediately report any water, pipe, or tap leakages for emergency repair. Wash cooler trucks and livestock vehicles in the dedicated wash bays to prevent contamination of stormwater. Do not rinse fuels, oils, and lubricants into drainage systems, and keep fat traps always closed. Keeping our site, workplace, and the places we stay clean and free from waste is important. We prioritize recycling, reducing waste, and using eco-friendly materials. Place waste in the dedicated disposal bins and do not litter inside or outside the Cavalier premises. Clean up after yourself and keep your work area and dining areas clean. Please report any environmental incidences or concerns promptly. We value your vigilance. We are committed to the ethical and humane treatment of animals. Our animal welfare policy underscores our pledge to ensure animals are treated humanely during their time with us. All animals must be treated gently while in transit, followed by the most humane pre- and post-slaughter procedures to reduce stress. All employees working with animals receive regular training on animal welfare practices. As an important staff member at Cavalier, you need to understand our animal welfare policy and prioritize the calm and humane handling of any animal you may encounter. If you observe any concerns, please report them promptly to a supervisor. Your safety and the safety and quality of our products and processes is everyone's responsibility. Teamwork, integrity, efficiency, and quality. Stay safe and let's grow together.